Well, I'm so happy to be at this gorgeous home on B Street, and this is actually the dream team, is what I call them. So we have Rob Sladoff, he was the architect. We have Kerry KenCairn, and she was a landscape designer, and Matt Bostwick was the builder. And so I just want to know from you, I mean, the owner got a hold of you. They live on the East Coast for the most part. They wanted to redo this gorgeous place. So how did this all kind of come together?
They had a great vision, and they brought in Matt and Kerry, an interior designer as well, attuned to wanting to bring back out the historic nature of the house. They trusted us, and they allowed us to detail things and make presentations to them. And I think that it was the right combination of a client's vision and trusting the team and putting this great team together.
Exactly. This is really unique because it is right in the historic district. So there were a lot of things you had to think about instead of just building a brand new home. So how did that work for you, Matt? Tell us.
Well, I think a lot of the credit goes to the owners. They have done a lot of remodeling in the past, and they were very committed to doing this right. And a lot of times renovation like this can be overwhelming, but I think with their experience, they knew what they were getting into, and they hired a good team for the design and also gave us enough freedom to make decisions because a lot of this was done long distance. I think they're pretty pleased with how things turned out.
So Kerry, what was it like working with these two guys, and how did that work out for you?
Well, these guys are great. That was really so sweet about doing this is that it was collaborative. I mean, Rob and I would talk about various things. I could make suggestions that I thought would make the landscaping shine more, that we're on his territory, we're on the building, and we would talk about it, and we would both of us moved to make each other's work function better. And then Matt's incredible. I mean, just trying to figure out how to build these arbors and not stepping on my toes if my details weren't as great as they could be. He would come up with things to make it better.
That's great.
So it was really collaborative and respectful, I think.
They do. Well, we have people from all over the world that move to Ashland in the Rogue Valley, and they bring so much, to this community, and they've done a beautiful job here. They've left a legacy that we can all be really proud of, and I think that's having someone from out of the area and be able to count on people that know what they're doing, how to work with the city, how to work with the site, and the historic commissions, is just invaluable. And this is a showcase for that. Now, Rob, we're in the living room, and the fireplace is absolutely beautiful. The hearth is gorgeous. Was this an existing fireplace?
There was an existing fireplace and chimney, but it was in disrepair. It hadn't been used in many, many years, so we worked closely with the contractor, interior designer, to do a new flue, upgrade the chimney itself, new hearth, soapstone, new mantle, or all custom details. And I think it works beautifully with the bookcases around it as well.
It does, and the art in the room. And this room is probably, I'm thinking it's probably 18 by 35 or 40 feet wide.
Yeah, it's a nice sized room, but I think they've filled it in nicely, and then also the aspect that they have this sitting area here, makes the room quite functional.
Little conversational areas on the one side, that's the street side, and yet they have a location, wonderful fence and gate outside.
Right.
And then on the other side, it's a large lot, it's a double lot in the historic district. And so you have all this privacy. So you're thinking, well, how could you? But you really, so they brought the outside in.
On this side of the house, there was actually an entry off of the porch, so we enclosed that. There are some new windows throughout the house, but we matched the style and the detailing of the existing.
So you had to work with the historic district, the commission, historic commission.
Correct.
Right?
But the clients took a proactive position. We really tried to match existing details, style, roof pitches, profiles, things like that. So the commission was actually very open to what we were doing here.
Well, Rob, I love this room. And this is the game room. It's right off the entry. It's just a gathering place. And how did the sellers come up with this idea, this grand entry, and how to use the space?
Well, the space was here. It's a beautiful space. It sort of resettles people as they come into the house to either go upstairs to the second floor, to go into the formal living room, to go into the office off to the side. So it's a great centrally located space. And it was also a perfect opportunity for an additional entertaining space for games. but also to do all these beautiful built-ins and to highlight the owner's book and artifact collection.
Now, Rob, I understand the history of the home, and they have this picture of the old railroad station and hotel. The owner, the person who owned this hotel, built this grand home. And so this was built as a grand home,
Right.
One for entertaining. I guess he had a lot of guests. And how do you think that works? I mean, you've kept that character of a home that you can live in.
Owners of home wanted to maintain that historic character, but bring it up to date functionally, you know, with how we live in the 21st century in terms of entertaining and living and families and so forth. So I thought we've done a great job of integrating the two together.
Okay. Well, Matt, this is one of the finest kitchens I think I've seen. But this is spectacular. So this is soapstone?
Yes, this is a soapstone that they found down in the Bay Area, and we had that brought up. We've used it primarily in the kitchen, a little bit in the mudroom here, the facade of the fireplace.
I love that. It's gorgeous.
Then classic subway tile backsplash. And
This is really a chef's kitchen, isn't it? I mean, the big farm basin. You know, this is a wonderful range. I know that those are all pull-out refrigerators, freezers, actually.
Yeah.
Pull-out freezer.
Yeah, the bottom drawer freezer.
Yeah, which is fantastic. I know you have a little opening there.
Appliance garage.
Yeah, for your appliances, so you just pull that out. That's really cool. These doors are just spectacular. Who did the cabinets?
And this was actually our shop.
Oh, fantastic. So you did all the cabinetry work throughout the home.
You know, this particular style, this is a flush door. This takes quite a bit more work because this beaded detail has to be added separately. So we've done a couple little upgrades like the soft close, which is a nice feature. You can load up your drawers. So when you go to slam them, you have a nice soft close. They wanted to be able to sit comfortably and read and be out in the yard, have nice ventilation.
See the kids or see what's going on out there.
Yeah.
And what is the flooring?
This is just a marmoleum parquet, and it's
It fits the period, doesn't it?
yes.
But is it real functional?
Yeah, it's very durable. It's a commercial grade. It's got the color all the way through, so if you scratch it, it doesn't show up. And it's pretty easy to maintain.
This is a very traditional formal dining area. I mean, we have all that great eating area in the kitchen. You can eat at the bar. It's real family oriented. But this is really more of a formal room right off the living area.
We have lots of bookcases, and we try to integrate the wainscoting in with the same design and style. I believe the door trim, the vertical trim here, was actually original.
Oh, okay.
And so
Nice.
we stayed with that.
That goes down to the basement.
Yeah.
Good wine storage down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the entire half of the upstairs or more is the master suite. So once you walk into that door, you have a beautiful bathroom, you have a gorgeous sitting area, you have this huge master suite overlooking the pool, the views of the mountains. You've got two large walk-in closets that are all custom. This room, I love it because it's just cozy. And this is the sitting room for the master suite. And, you know, there's 3 walls of windows here, so you can have a street view, but it's buffered by the trees. And then you can overlook the pool and the garden area. And then this looks up toward the mountains. And so this is such a peaceful room. I'm meeting with Kerry KenCairn, and she is the landscape designer for this fabulous space. And so what did you have in mind?
So really, if there's a design theme here or a design instigation, it was how to create those different levels, create the different rooms that allow those transitions, because that's where, in a historic home like this is, that's where a lot of the beauty is, because you end up with brick stairs and pilasters and walls. So it's the grade transitions that create the different rooms, that create a lot of the beauty. It's gorgeous.
Now, we just walked across, what is this that we
This
just
is
walked
thyme.
across? It's thyme, and I was afraid to walk on it.
No, it's fine.
Kerry said, go ahead.
I mean, we left footprints, but by tomorrow it will be totally recovered. So this is just this little special place.
Exactly. This is a nice place to have morning coffee, for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Well, let's walk around a little bit. Now, I know that that the roses that are along the pool there are original.
They were the only real intact landscaping when the house was purchased. So we dug them up and put them in a different site for the 2 years that it took to do this, and then the owners wanted them reinstalled.
I love
So that's
that.
their little rose garden.
I love
Yeah.
that. Now, when I look at the garage, which is the garage with storage above, you know, that looks like, you know, just like you could live in it.
Right, like a little storybook house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I love the way you just put the trellis and the archways and the clematis, and it just, you know, most of the time garages are just, you know,
Yeah,
they
garages.
just- yeah, they make up like they're in the front of the picture and you don't want
Right.
them. So this is so subdued.
Right, well, the good news was that there was an alley on the back of the property.
Okay.
So that immediately says, get the car off the back.
Yes.
And this kind of happily, the framing of the area that is for the cars, that includes the garage and the parking space next to it, really creates this nice random edge to the site.
So this area too is, as far as just outdoor entertaining, this home is just so
It's
perfect
full
for
of
that.
spaces. Oh my
So
God.
just
Yeah.
different times of the day, you can either be on the front porch, maybe that would be in the morning.
Right.
In the afternoon, you've got this trellis for shade.
Yeah, we're back here for morning coffee, and this patio is great for evening dining. I mean, there's another patio by the pool that has plenty of
Exactly.
room for tables and chairs. There's of course a whole area around the pool,
Full deck.
pool deck, the lawns. You know, you can imagine little kids playing on the lawn, and then everybody else is down the pool.
Exactly.
It's good
Well,
that way.
we know it's a large, I mean, it's a double or triple lot.
Yeah.
It has the guest house, it has the main home, and then it has this area. But also, you know, the attention to detail, just, you
Yeah.
know, it's very, very easy home to live in. For more information about this gorgeous property, contact us at barbaraallen.com or email us at team@windermere.com. Thank you.